you want to go by Color during this interview, or do you want me to use any other name?
Yeah, color. Color is good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi, so I'm Madeline. It's wonderful to meet you. I'm one of the media interns for Ambitious Entertainment.
Okay. Nice to meet you as well. I'm excited.
Nice to meet you too. I'm excited too. Okay, so hello everybody, and welcome to Ambitious Entertainment's Ambition Amplified live event with the artist Color. Everybody
Yeah.
give a warm welcome to them. Okay, perfect. So the first question I want to start off as at the age of 8, you were already writing poetry and rapping and singing and playing various instruments. What was like
hmm
the origin of your interest to create music?
Um, really just hearing the music around me. Like I grew up around really good music. My grandfather was a jazz musician. He wrote his own music. Um, he composed and all that for jazz. And yeah, pretty much it just started there, just observing and wanting to create like the people that I listen to.
I love that. I know that you also you play various instruments. Did you get that sort of from your grandfather? Is it sort of like a passed down thing of being a musician and artist?
Um, yeah, yeah, he was more like into like percussion though, like percussion and strings and a little bit mostly piano. Me, I was interested in that, which I started off really with keys and then I went into like woodwinds, like flute, clarinet, saxophone. Like I wanted to do something a little different than what he did just to have like my own like since I guess character, I guess when it comes
Mhm.
to like me becoming a musician, like I wanted to have my own like, thing, even though, he was the reason why I started all of this in the first place.
As a musician and a songwriter, how do you find that, learning the different languages of these different instruments has helped you as a songwriter and as a musician?
um hmm. Now as far as writing, I don't hmm, hmm. That's a good question.
Thank you.
um I, I want to say actually yeah, it has for sure. I mean as far as like I guess like notes is concerned, like my sound, I guess being in band contributed to what I wanted my sound to be like and to discover what I actually like. Thanks to band, that's how I really discovered like my vibe and my genre, I guess. Even though I really don't have a set genre, but you get what I'm saying.
So, along the way, you've worked on, your recent album that came out this year, The Authentic Part 1,
hmm
and also two singles that you have up on your Spotify. Can you share, like, which one was one of your favorite projects that you've worked on, and maybe, even if it's not on your Spotify, some collaborations that you really, like, love that you've done?
um, I know this may sound crazy, but my first EP that I dropped definitely was my favorite. I think it's the best that I have out right now. The authentic is nice, but I was a lot more confident and like content with my first EP for sure.
Is that Inside?
No, that's I'm sorry, I'd be forgetting my own.
No worries. Oh, wait, I think I lost you for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry about that.
No, no, don't worry.
Yeah, Everlast. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Everlasting was my first EP. That was like a perfect project for me, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think it was a perfect project because it was, sort of a culmination of all the passion that you had and all the drive that you had to like you just need to put out music. Do you think it was more
Yeah.
of like yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like, as a musician, when you make a lot of music consistently, it's like you always feel like it's something that you can fix, something you can change. But it's like with that album, it was just like songs that it just went
Mhm.
together very well. I'm just like, okay, this is ready. Just like I wanted to put it out. I think I actually had it done like a while before I actually dropped it, but I try to strategize the way I want to drop my project. So it was sitting for a while, but like it was one of those situations where it's like, yeah, I wanted to drop this like yesterday,
Mhm.
but it's like, of course, I took my time with it. But yeah, yeah, for sure, that's my favorite one.
So speaking of which, can you talk about some of your creative process at all as a musician?
Um, yeah. So pretty much it depends too sometimes because sometimes I'll have producers just send me beats and like, yo, I think you'll sound dope on this, write to this. And really I could write to anything, but like when I really feel it, it just flow. Like I'll just write real quick. I think the quickest I've ever wrote a song was probably like 5 minutes, like no exaggeration. Yeah. Cause
That's
if I really
amazing.
yeah, if I really like the beat, it's just gonna flow. It's just gonna come.
Do you,
For sure.
so when you are like given a beat, do you just kind of just hit the record button and see where it goes? You sort of freestyle, or is it more of like you take the time and write the lyrics, or is it like a combination of both?
So sometimes it's a combination of both. It depends. So I used to do that a lot. Like back when I used to have like a motif piano where I used to like make little beats off my MacBook. But now my motif piano is gone and my MacBook is broken. So now so now if I hear a beat, I just like, oh, this is fire, and then just write and leave it at
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So how is your love for spoken word? And I know you're really into poetry as well. How has that aided your songwriting ability?
Um. Hmm. Oh yeah. It. I guess the poet. mm, the spoken word side, I guess, helps me like dig deeper as far as topics, like because in a lot of music, anybody could talk about money or things that we have, but like with me, it's like I try to think deeper, like into things that's going on in life, and just kind of make better metaphors and stuff like that. Like, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so talking about like so you have like your own personal intent of what you want your music to sound like and like be. How do you want, your audience to perceive and what do you want them to take away from the music that you make?
Um, I want them to take away. Well, it depends on what they're listening to, but majority of my music is just something that they could probably like relate to. Like for example, most of my music is about, of course, my faith and God and being a Christian and stuff like that. Um, I guess those that also believe to just, I guess, take the message behind it and just continue to be they self and know that they're not alone in this walk with God. And also, you know, or if you don't believe, I mean, that's okay too, and just vibe with what you hear. It's still good music, good songs.
Mhm. Um, to kind of go off of your 2022 single Inside, you kind of talk about the importance of not letting negative emotions and mindsets like take control of you. Do you think that your faith and also your the importance of keeping a healthy mindset has really impacted you as an artist?
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. Because right now it's like a huge movement um to like just drink and pop pills and do all of this other stuff. But it's like, if y'all haven't noticed, a lot of musicians are dying from this.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of decided to make Inside to let people know, like, you don't have to let whatever is bothering you consume you. Like, you can turn that negative into a positive by doing other things to keep you occupied. Like working out, rap about going to a park or kicking it with your friends. Like, you don't have to do drugs to have fun. We don't have to play with our lives to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
No, I totally get what you're saying. Also, to go off of that, do you have any advice for young artists who kind of feel lost and overwhelmed by the industry at all?
Um, yeah. Um, be yourself. Don't follow people. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that you don't usually do, don't do it. Like, just be yourself, and that's gonna stand out alone.
Yeah.
Be authentic.
Well, one thing I do want to know is, why Chicago and what about the community and lifestyle and even the culture has affected you as an artist being in Chicago?
Well, because I grew up here, and that's where I started performing the most. I started performing when I was like 12, 13. My brother actually is a dancer. So he used to go to all these like different events, and one day he had me come with him, and then I had to make up a stage name. That's when I came up with Color. And yeah, it really started there, and then watching the other open the not open spoken word artists and stuff like that, and it just really like influenced me, like I can do this, like I actually enjoy this a lot. And yeah, I decided to keep going and take it further. So yeah, I just watched myself progress through the years, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's amazing to start at 12 years old. Like I don't even remember what I was doing at 12, probably watching like SpongeBob or something still. But
Oh, trust me, I was doing that too. I was watching SpongeBob influenced me.
um but what about starting at like 12 years old? Like how do you think that's impacted you as like being an artist now? Do you feel like you've had to handle a lot of, maturity at such a young age and a lot of pressure?
Oh yeah, for sure, especially when it comes to performing, and maturity comes in where you, because I don't know, I have this thing where I can read people very well, so like I can see if a crowd's not feeling a piece that I'm doing, or it's something that they don't agree with. Like some people, you can see somebody in the crowd make a face or something, it's like, okay, I know next time like what I need to pay attention to, what the crowd is actually like are they more into the universe, are they more into, I don't know, partying or like this or that or trap or whatever. Like then that's when I decided, like, you know what, I could do that. Like it's easy to make trap music. I could do that too. So if I need to pull that out my sleeve to have a good time, get everybody to have a good time, I could do that too. So yeah.
Like I love the fact that you don't like define what genre you kind of delve into as an artist. Do you think it's important to just be kind of open to every type of music as a musician?
um, I'm sorry, I asked that one more
Yeah,
time.
it was a weird question. When it comes to like making music, I know that you don't define yourself under one genre. How do you find being like open to experimenting and creating, kind of pushing boundaries? Is it as for you as an artist?
I mean, that was a thing for me anyway. So yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's something I've already been doing, I guess. So yeah, it's nothing. I guess it's nothing.
No, I think it's amazing. Like it's very easy once you get, an idea of what genre you want to kind of be stuck in your ways and not necessarily like you have your music mature with you. And I think it's incredibly cool that you are just open to trying new things and kind of going with the flow. It can be harder than it seems. One thing I wanted to say is I absolutely love your song, the "Love of My Life" lullaby that
Oh
you
yeah.
wrote with your
Yeah.
daughter.
Hmm.
How has, being a mother impacted the songs that you write?
Girl, a lot. She, my daughter has put me in this soft girl era. Like I used to never really be into pink, and now I just want pink everything because of her. Like I just love girly stuff now. But yeah, my daughter definitely has gotten me to into, well, I've written love songs before, but now it's like I consistently just vibe more with love songs. I vibe more with singing now than rapping because I sing to her all the time. So it's like now I want to sing a lot more, even though most people want to just hear me rap. But yeah.
Yeah, do you find that some of the music that you write now is specifically, for her when she is your age or, even younger and going through different moments in her life that she can go back to your music and, be like, oh, what was mom like at this time?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And that's also why I'm so big on like being careful with what I say in my
Yeah.
music, because I don't want her to take things the wrong way as far as like how to deal with situations or things in life in general. And yeah, I definitely want to make sure that, I'm coming correct and carrying myself correctly so she knows, you know, the type of woman to be when it's time, for sure.
Yeah, and how do you balance, being a mother and being an artist?
Child, I don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't balance it at all. Like my manager could vouch, and his sister, who is also a very close friend to me. I love you. Shout out Taji if you watching this. I love you, girl. Yeah, I be needing their help a lot. Like shout out to my manager too, because like if it wasn't for him, I probably would have missed a bunch of shows. I probably would have missed a lot. But I still make music. See, that's my thing. I just make music. My problem is I think I'ma just make music, put it out, and blow up overnight. Sometimes, like I don't. I'm not realistic sometimes, but that's why I got people to check me and you know get me back on my path, and just go from there. So yeah.
Yeah, if there's a will, there's a way. Like I always say that, and
Yeah.
it's kind of shows the importance of like having a community when it comes to being an artist. Like
Yeah.
I'm a filmmaker, and my parents and my community back home is a support system that I need in order to be the vulnerable creative that I am. How important do you think is having your support system to you as an artist?
Um, I definitely think it is very important, especially uh, and I take that back. I take that back. My support, I care about my support system when it comes to the assistance with my daughter. But like when it comes to music, I just do what I feel. And once I notice like a lot of people like it, there's some people that don't like it, some people that do. It's like I don't really care like how many people like it. It's just like if I got one person or two people that vibe with it, I'll be so happy with that. Like, okay, you get me. You get me. And yeah, just go from there.
Oh, I love that. How do you deal with negative comments and people who are, a little rude?
um sometimes I think it's funny to like clap back just to be funny, but I really don't care. I don't be caring. Like it's just funny to me because it's like at this age, why do people think that it's cool to like even want to tear somebody down? Like, because if I hear somebody that's coming up and making music and I don't like it, even though I don't like it, I'm not into it, I would still like repost it or whatever because I feel like at least you were, strong enough to put it out there. I like the fact that you saw within yourself, who you are, even if you're not the artist that, everybody thinks that you have to be to go further. You still took it upon yourself to, okay, this is where I'm at right now. Y'all either could take it or leave it. This is me and put it out. That's bold to me. Like I love bold artists. And yeah, I just feel like it's kind of lame to want to tear somebody down. And yeah, I just feel like, anybody could really do what I do, I guess. What any of these musicians do, you just got to keep going and be confident and whatever it is and you're going to make it. Y'all, Ice JJ Fish, what's his
No, I
name?
don't. I
He's
don't.
he's like everybody took him as a joke. I don't know if he was serious or not, but dude got millions of subscribers, followers now, and like, he sounds like Boo Boo, but he's like confident, and I think that's dope. I think that's really cool. So yeah.
How do you, talking about that, how do you want people to perceive you as an artist? What do you want people to kind of like, they listen to your music and what they take away from it?
um, what do I want them to take away from it?
Yeah, like when they mention your name, what are some words that you want people to describe you with and describe your music by?
Different, unique, outcast, a standout. Yeah.
I love that because like you said before, like it's so easy, not
To
easy, but
follow the
it's actually
crowd.
it takes so much more work to to be negative online and to like
Oh yeah,
tear down
yeah,
artists. And
yeah.
I love that you show the importance of every single piece of art that's made was made by somebody who took the time and showed like their love for this art. um yeah, I think that's amazing. When it comes to your most recent album, The Authentic Part 1, you featured the artist Carlito on your song Midnight. How important is it to work with other artists and to have collaborations to you?
It's very important to me because I love working with other artists. I love I love being in the same space of other creatives. Like I love seeing people do what they love to do. I hate when people passions go to waste because they feel like it's so many people doing this already or somebody in their ear telling them they won't make it because my whole life people have told me like, oh, you want to do music now, like that's gonna change when you get older. Like everybody wants to do that, but it's like I've literally been doing this since I was a shorty, and I've never not wanted to do it. Like I've never had a moment where I'm just like, yeah, like this just not for me. Like I when I had my daughter, I must say I was like feeling like my daughter was gonna like be the reason why I'll have to like, fall back on a lot of events. But even still, I didn't. It didn't change anything, even me being a mom. So yeah, and that's another thing too. Like a lot of people feel like because they have kids, they can't, chase their dreams and do what they want to do. And really, that don't mean nothing. You do got to go 10 times harder, and that's okay too. That's the beauty of it, because you're gonna look back like, dang, I did that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you find that you kind of don't want to live with regrets in your life?
Exactly. Like I'd rather say I did something than to say I wish I did something.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm a foot on the gas 1,000 miles per hour with anything that I feel like I want to do. Anything I feel like makes sense. If I get the vision, I'm gonna do it. Even if it's dumb, I'm gonna do it.
Now, what advice do you have for some artists that, are new and kind of anxious about collaborating with other artists? What's some advice you have for, for reaching out and kind of just putting yourself out there?
I'm sorry. One more time.
Yeah. What advice do you have to like newer artists who are still kind of anxious about reaching out? What advice do you have for them to, to start collaborating with others and to kind of put themselves out there?
Um, just do it respectfully. Just know how to do it. Don't just be like, hey, check this out. Like, I feel like it's a way that you can communicate. Like, hey, I want to work with you. Be professional.
Mm-hmm.
Have common courtesy too when you DMing these other artists. Because I honestly, personally, ran into a lot of artists that their mindset is already up here. Like, I'm a millionaire, even if we get the same followers, and that's okay. That's actually good. You just got to know, who you working with and know how to communicate. And yeah, go for it. Don't be scared of nothing. Fear none but God.
Do you find that, being an advocate for yourself is incredibly important as an artist?
Yes, yes. Even though I do have management that mostly reaches out and stuff for me, I do, I do like, I do, I will like to definitely make sure that I communicate more for myself and you know talk to these other artists one on one, which I have. But sometimes I could have something going on and I would need my team to help me. But other than that, yeah, I think it is important to one on one speak to these artists and get to know them for sure.
No, yeah, I think it's incredibly important to, just shoot your shot. It's always yes until it's no. You never know
Exactly.
who's gonna work with you. So you work with SNBJR, which is Stopping Negative Business Just Rise Records. How do you feel working with them has influenced you as an artist?
Um. Um. I would say to keep going. You know, they put that battery in your back. Like they make you feel like you already a celebrity.
Yeah,
So yeah, I love that for sure.
no, I love that. Knowing that SNBJR Records' mission is like to inspire and to uplift listeners as well as artists, how do you incorporate, that mission into your own music?
Oh, by my topics, like for example, inside,
Mhm.
you know, stopping negative business and negative music. You know what I'm saying? It don't to have a good time. It doesn't always have to be something negative, you know. And I feel like there should be more topics in music about like real life situations, because on the internet we just see all the fake, all the happy times and people doing this and people doing that, but nobody talks about like the things that they had to go through to get to where they are today. So it's like everybody's like, oh, how come they get to be like that and I'm like this? But it's like everybody, you know, goes through the same thing that you're going through. And yeah, I just hate that other people feel alone
Mhm.
when it comes to like a process of becoming the things that people are on social media.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you tend to write songs about, past relationships and past experiences. Do you find that writing about your past and maybe even your future to be therapeutic for you?
I'm sorry, I said one more time.
Oh yeah, no
You
worries.
went out. It might be my
Oh,
headphones.
no worries. When it comes to like your writing style, like you said, you tend to write about, past relationships or, personal struggles or even life lessons that you've learned along the way. Do you find that drawing inspiration from, your personal life is therapeutic?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, me writing alone is therapeutic to me. Like, and sometimes I could be writing about something good, and it's like that didn't even happen to me. Like, I could be writing a song about going to Bora Bora. I ain't never been to Bora Bora, but it makes me feel good,
Yeah.
you know? Like, yeah.
No, I definitely found like especially, my favorite one was definitely Love of My Life,
Lullaby.
because it felt like I was sharing a moment with you, that I was like sharing a
Hmm.
memory with you. Like,
Yeah.
do you find that, through this therapeutic journey that, people being able to compare themselves and relate themselves to you is kind of your goal and important to you as an artist?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Cause like not only do I want people to enjoy it, but I also would like if other people like gets a piece of me or find something within me that they could relate to. That's cool too. If not, like I said, that's cool too. At least you vibe into it. But like if you do find something within my work that you can relate to, that feels great to me. Like that's an accomplishment for sure.
No, it's just beautiful work. I was listening to it. I have a 9 to 5, and I was listening to it while I was at work today, and I felt so calm and relaxed, and I felt like, the rhythm in the beats that you use was kind of like a heartbeat. I just felt like myself kind of coming down and breathing to your music.
Yeah.
It was like very therapeutic to me. Like, I don't have a kid, but hearing, you talk to your daughter, like I just was like, oh, this is just so beautiful and vulnerable, and I really admire that when it comes to your music. Um,
Yeah, it's so funny you said that because my brother, when I played it for him and his fiance, well, wife now, my sister-in-law, they were like, "Dude, I feel like I was just in a trance." Like,
no, really.
and I thought that was so cool. I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Okay, cool. I gotta make sure I'm sending this out to people, tell them to play it in the car so they can go to another realm."
Yeah, no, I was like totally envisioning like my life. I was like doing a planner, and I was like, no, I
Yeah,
have to just sit and like kind of close my eyes for a minute. It was so good.
yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
of
I
course.
appreciate that.
I also know that some of your music influences are Andre 3000, the Notorious B.I.G., and like Erykah Badu. Like, what about their music do you adore?
Everything. The lyrical, is that a word? Lyricalism. Like yeah, like just the lyrics really. I'm a huge lyric person. Like anytime somebody drop new music, first thing I'm looking up is their lyrics. Like what are they talking about? What's the topic? Like I look into everything. Okay, who made this beat? Why they make this beat? Like I love the background of everything. Like what were you thinking? Like yeah, I'm a deep overthinker.
Me
So
too.
yeah.
Me too. Um, I also saw that you posted recently a kind of dedication to oh wait, let me find it. Give me a second. It went away. But you to Kendrick Lamar. How is like he been an influence in your life? I know you called him, I think, sensei.
Huh. That man, I could talk for days about that man. Um, man, it's so crazy because I've always wanted to get his attention, and then, you know, I don't know if Kendrick signed her or just Top Dog Entertainment. I'm not sure, but have you heard of
Yes,
Doechii?
I have actually.
Okay, okay. So when she got signed, I'm like, dang, like she reminded me of me so much. It's
Hmm.
crazy. But like, yeah, like I've been trying to get his attention for the longest. But it's like now it's a female that's like him. Like she's like literally like the female Kendrick to me.
Hmm.
And like now it's like okay, since I can't get Kendrick attention, because they say that he's always in Africa too, so it's gonna be hard for me to reach him in either way. So now I'm trying to get Doji attention. So
Do
yeah.
so kind of going off of that, do you have like a dream artist in your mind that you want to collaborate with someday in the future?
Oh, uh, I know this sounds crazy, and a lot of Christians gonna hate me for this, but Tyler the Creator,
No,
that
I get
man,
it.
yes, I love that man so much. He's so talented. Like a lot of people sleep on him, and I don't understand it. Oh, and Willow Smith. A lot of people
Yes.
sleep on Willow Smith. That girl is out of this world.
Mhm.
Out of this world. Phenomenal. Yeah.
I feel like
Dang,
you
it's more
guys,
actually.
yeah, I feel like,
Like Jaden Smith too.
oh,
Yeah.
Jaden Smith too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like you and Tyler, like, especially have a little bit of similarity when it comes to kind of like the spoken aspects of your song and also the beats. Like, you kind of incorporate this sort
Yeah.
of like mystical vision of like another conversation in a song, like kind of bringing you to the moment. Like, you have,
Yeah.
like, especially
Yeah.
in The Love of My Life, Love Lullaby, when you incorporate like actual recordings of people's voices, it makes it so much more personal and like an actual like vibe of a moment.
Right.
I can totally
Right.
see you guys, kind of vibing together in a song.
Yeah, I actually it's so funny because when he came out with Call Me When You Get Lost, I kind of blew up his DM with a bunch of my music, and then I was like, call me if you get lost in Chicago. Of course, he never seen it, but I tried. I
You
shot my
never
shot.
know.
See,
Yeah,
I shot my shot.
exactly. I saw that you recently performed at Tip Fest too. How do you stay focused before, a big performance and kind of managing your nerves also before performing?
um, um, I drink a lot, like a lot of water.
Hmm.
Um, I think water calms me down, or if I'm drinking anything, like it could be tea, juice, anything to like stimulate me for the moment, like that would calm me down, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good now. Like I don't know, just drinking for whatever reason, it just
Hmm.
puts me in a calmer state.
No, I get that. It's kind of like a serene kind of thing to focus on before, going
Yeah,
out there, being vulnerable with your music. Do you
exactly.
also kind of when you're on the stage, do you kind of look for somebody that's like vibing with your music in order to kind of focus on them and get you kind of hyped at all?
Um, I wouldn't say to get me hyped, but I try to make sure I interact with the ones that's actually feeling it and not just consistently trying to get the attention of people that's not feeling it. Because it's like, if y'all feeling it over here, I'm going to go where I'm loved. You feel
Hmm.
me? I'm over here. Like, whoever, catches the vibe, they'll come too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's how I
I get that.
handle
I
that.
love that you pour love back into the people that are giving you love. I think that's important.
For sure.
It's easy for as an artist, I'm talking out of personal experience, to kind of be drawn to the people that are not focused on you or kind of like, no, come on, like enjoy my art. I think it's so much healthier to focus on the people that are giving you love and
For
lifting you
sure.
up. And I admire that. It's hard for me as an artist to not hear the loud noise of the people that are not as supportive. So I admire that.
For sure, yeah.
And like, what advice do you have for artists, who are struggling with anxiety and about performing?
Um, Practice. Practice make perfect. And I know it sounds crazy, but get you a nice body mirror and perform.
Mhm.
Go full out in the house and get friends to come over and then like, yo, check this out. When they feel it, all right, if y'all really support me, come out to this show. I'm gonna do this. And it's like if you get there, if they're really your friends, you know what I'm saying? They'll take care of you. They'll make sure you get on that stage and do your thing. But go for it. Don't and that, like I said, don't ever be scared of nothing. But if you just so happen and still have that fear for whatever reason, do what you gotta do, man. Just talk to your friends, drink your water, and do what you gotta do. Get on that stage and go
Yeah.
crazy. Mhm.
You never know if you don't try. Exactly.
Exactly. Don't be too scary.
How would you define yourself as a professional, and what do you tend to bring to every different work environment that you're a part of?
I'm sorry. Say it one more
Oh
time.
yeah. How would you define yourself as a professional, and what do you want to bring to every different working environment that you're a part of?
Um, I don't know. I just kind of just being focused. I want everyone to be focused and to still be themselves. You know,
Hmm.
like if you're a creative, be a creative. Like, don't feel like you gotta impress anybody, because I feel like that's how you hold back, or not hold back, but yeah, yeah. Actually, I take it back. Yeah, you hold back good ideas that could, contribute to whatever we're doing in a positive way. So like, yeah, I definitely say, just be you, and be focused on what you want and your vision that you see. And yeah.
Yeah. How important do you find is kindness in the music industry?
Like what I wait, I'm sorry. Ask that one more
Yeah.
time.
How do you feel like how important do you feel is kindness in your industry?
Kindness. Oh, kindness is very important
Mhm.
because I've noticed that too. Like people flourish, um, the ones that's nervous to like perform and stuff like that, they flourish when they see like people are like heavy behind them. And a lot of people, they shy away from their talent because they so concerned about what other people think. But it's like little do people know, like this person is another Kendrick Lamar behind closed doors. This person is a whole Beyonce behind closed doors. So like, yeah, I believe that being kind to people definitely is very important in this industry, and just let people shine in who they are and their styles. And I feel like that's another reason why we get so many people of the same genre and the same everything. Like no one's really, I'm not gonna say no one, but most musicians these days, they aren't original due to the society standard. And I feel like the society standard is low key what's killing hip hop right now, honestly. So yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to, who you want to be as an artist, what are your goals for the next, 5 to 10 years?
Ha! Be a millionaire. I want my money. Nah. But no, my goals definitely is to inspire more, build my fan base. I definitely want to build my fan base a whole lot more. Um, I want more people like me, more people that's open minded and, you know, just enjoy being in the space of other artists and not seeing it as competition. I feel like music, I hate when people make music a competition because it's like everybody, like, if you love music like to the depths of your soul, the way that I do, like you can do so much with other artists that feel the same way. Like when you make it a competition, it creates hate, it creates division, and I hate that because it just ruins like the beauty in the art. So yeah.
Yeah. I also find like it can sometimes ruin the authenticity of it too. It becomes
Exactly.
spiteful if
Yeah.
you're worried about, comparing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how would you describe yourself musically in 3 words?
I'm sorry, one more time.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words? This is hard because it's only 3 words, but how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
In 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, the original
Yeah.
guy.
I love that.
Yeah.
um,
Very original. Very, I don't care. Very, I love myself. Very, get with it or get gone.
mhm. I think it's very fitting to your Instagram, name too. The one and only, the one and
Yeah,
only color. There's nobody
literally,
else like you.
literally.
Um, so, what advice would you give to people who are trying to, break into the music world?
Um, do it. Get your hammer and nail and break into it.
Um, as an artist, you've likely faced, challenges along the way. Can you share about, any challenges that you've had and how you've overcome it?
Yeah. So, um, I did the Lyrical Lemonade showcase, and it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. Wait, let me make sure I answered this right.
Mhm.
Ask the question one more time.
Oh yeah, of course. So like as an artist, you've likely, faced challenges. How can you like talk about some of those challenges and how you've overcome them?
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, okay, so Lyrical Lemonade. I was so like bent on how I didn't have like the background dancers that I wanted and all of that, and it was a big stage, so it's just me. So mind you, I didn't work on like moving around the stage like I should have. So like when it was just about my time to get on, I got really nervous, like dang, what am I gonna do? But I just kind of uh just overcame it by just being myself and just performing it how I felt and just really felt the music. It was one of the songs where I literally just stood in one place and made sure I articulated my words so people could hear what I'm saying. Like, so they know this is more than just a performance. This is a message from me to you. And I hope that you receive it. And a lot of people did. And I actually met a lot of other great artists. Green TT and the Tempos, shout out Luca if you see this. I met him, and ever since then, you know, I love them. I love them so much. Like, we met up a couple of times. I went to their house. We played, had a jam session in the basement. I watched them, like all types of stuff. So yeah.
I think that's amazing. Do you think that, it's kind of like incredibly important as an artist, to fail a few times to understand the importance of your wins?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause I mean, I've lost competitions, and even though I did, like I said, you being yourself, you're gonna attract the people that's for you. Cause it's like even when I didn't win, it was so many like great artists that came and spoke to me that wanted to work, and I wanted to work with them, and it was just like it was just love. It was all love, and like I said, competition is a non-factor for me. Like it's just, if you want to work or you confident and you love what you do, I love what I do. Something gonna happen. Something nice gonna take place, regardless, for sure.
And I feel like people too are attracted to love a lot more than they're attracted to hate. I think now with like, Twitter, it's hard to believe that, but I feel
Yeah,
like with music in the music community, it's such, it's just a community built on love.
yeah,
So I think it's important.
for sure.
Um, and oh, you released your album The Authentic Part 1 in 2024, and then your single Three Flavors in 2023, and then your single Inside in 2022. How
Hmm.
have you seen yourself change as an artist in the last 3 years?
Huh. I got a lot more positive. I wasn't always positive, and I'm not gonna pretend like I have been because I haven't. And yeah, I've had some real lows and I've had some real highs, and yeah, I just happen to be a lot more mature now. So a lot of my topics is on things that's more important, like loving yourself and just being you and enjoying what you have and being grateful and yeah.
Yeah. Um, what are some goals that you have? I guess we talked about this a little bit. What are like some goals you have in the next 3 years? Kind of. I also, because it's authentic part 1, is there going to be an authentic part 2 at all?
The world may never know. Nah. but
You're
but yeah.
mysterious.
But yeah, yeah, it's definitely something cooking
Mhm.
in a pot for y'all. So yeah, I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
too much.
good to know. For one of our last questions, what does ambitious mean to you?
Ambitious.
Hmm.
Um, to be consistent in your writing and consistent in following your vision and yeah, just being bold and just getting it out there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if anybody in the chat had any questions too. If not,
Yeah. I
okay, let's see.
don't think so. We a little dry. These people don't love me.
Boo. That's okay. I'm glad I met you.
I
um,
appreciate that. You see me. All I need is
thank
one.
you. Um, there's one you said. Oh wait. So lastly, do you have any projects or gigs that we should know about and get excited for in the upcoming future?
Oh, somebody asked that?
Oh no, I'm asking that right now.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm like, dang, I didn't see that. But what was the question
um,
again?
do you have any upcoming projects or gigs that we should know about?
Yes, I do have a few projects coming out. It's a surprise though. I can't tell you what it is
Mhm.
exactly. But yes, there's a lot of things coming. You will see it posted on my page. And yeah, just stay tuned. Keep watching.
Yeah. So lastly, do you have any words that you want to say to the people that are watching this live or at all?
Thank y'all for tuning in and I appreciate it. Um, yeah, even to you guys, if anybody in here that makes music as well, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do, regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless who likes what, as long as you love it, the right people gonna love it, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah. I wanted to thank you so much for coming onto this live. This is my first public live with Ambitious Entertainment.
Okay,
So thank you so much for being such an
what's up?
amazing interviewee for me. Um, I wanted to say, everybody, please follow One and Only Colors. Their Instagram is linked also on our page for Ambitious Entertainment, as well as we're going to be posting some reels from this interview. So everybody, please comment and engage with that as well. And I wanted to just say thank you again for my interviewee. It was wonderful to get to talk to you,
Thank you
Color.
for having me. I definitely love interviews like this. And you, of course, you're such a vibe. And of course, I'm going to tune more into your music because I didn't even know that you made music as well. Is it on your page?
Oh
Or,
no, I make films actually.
oh,
I'm a
films.
filmmaker. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out too.
Thank you.
I believe I follow you already, but either way it go, I'll make sure that I look into anything and everything. And yeah,
Thank you
thank you
so
for having me. I
much.
enjoy myself. You're such a sweetheart. And
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks again and have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.